Just how much do you want liberty?
This is Liberty Nation with Tim Donner,
a production of LibertyNation.com.
Cutting through the double talk, taking on the topics, going after what the politicians really mean, and making it all clear. For your freedom and your liberty. Liberty Nation with Tim Donner.
Confirmation Theater coming to a Senate near you. Welcome back into Liberty Nation Radio, a production of LibertyNation.com, and heard from coast to coast on the Radio America Network. It was supposed to be a serious confirmation hearing on the weighty matter of evaluating a man who'll sit on the highest court in the land for a generation or more, but we'll talk about how it was staged by Democrats as a pure theatrical event. The New York Times breaks new ground, publishing an anti-Trump op-ed by a supposed senior official in the Trump administration named Anonymous. That's, I guess, a one-word name like Prince or Madonna. Anonymous has a nice ring to it. We'll discuss if that gutless wonder published in the resistance rag known as the New York Times is virtue signaling or trying to make himself a hero on the left, or is just an utter fool or traitor. Plus, the Bob Woodward book and calls to dump Trump because he is mentally unstable and unfit for office, obviously.
Say what? Say what? Say what? One more time.
We begin with our signature segment, Say What, where we roll out some of the most wacky, astonishing, and damnable things uttered by politicians and the chattering class.
I welcome everyone to this confirmation hearing on the nomination of
Mr. Chairman.
Brett Kavanaugh.
Mr. Chairman.
To serve as Associate Justice.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to be recognized for a question before we proceed.
It was exactly 5 seconds and 12 words after the opening gavel when the newest certified member of the resistance in the U.S. Senate, Kamala Harris of California, laid down the first marker in the soft opening or soft launch of her imminent presidential campaign, using the Senate chamber to signal her virtue by refusing to allow the committee chairman, Chuck Grassley, to finish his first sentence, using the pretext of documents withheld by sneaky Republicans from Brett Kavanaugh's time working for President George W. Bush. But wait, that's not all. There were also those pesky protesters shouting from the gallery as the senators and Judge Kavanaugh spoke.
Racism like this is like letting a loaded weapon lie around. Dissents against President Roosevelt's decision. Justice Jackson's.
Ask him to suspend.
So who were these dozens of rude protesters who made a spectacle of themselves? Listen to a guy who waited in line with some of them to attend the hearing.
There were people that had come along and had a bag of money, and the people would hand them a piece of paper, and then they would give them money. So we knew that money was being exchanged for some of the people to be here just to protest. There was no depth to what their understanding was or anything, and they were actually told, we heard them say this and instruct them, when you go in, we want you to yell, to scream, and even to possibly get arrested.
So knowing they have no chance of stopping one of the most highly qualified candidates ever nominated to the Supreme Court, the Democrats have decided to go down guns a-blazing, scorched earth, hoping against hope they might somehow unearth evidence that Judge Kavanaugh is in some way, shape, or form a white supremacist, just like the president who nominated him.